Hi, Dr. Tracie here. I'm going to tell you a story, and the story is why in the world I became a chiropractor. So a long time ago, when I was young and just married and 22 years old, holy buckets, I was a medical assistant. So I had a little white coat, and I worked in a family practice doctor's office in Red Wing, Minnesota. And I got into that field because I wanted to help people. And I really felt I was a bit of a science nerd, so I loved, the whole microscopes, and the needles things were okay. So I loved working with Dr. Henderson. But I noticed, even way back then, that it kind of bummed me out that I saw these older folks that were on more and more medication. They really weren't doing well, or I'd see kids go through cycles where they were on round after round of antibiotics and just weren't getting any better, really struggling. And so it always bugged me because I, of course, wish I could just fix it all with a magic wand, and that wasn't happening. So meanwhile, I got pregnant with my son Gabe and had a beautiful baby boy. And he was 9 months old. Something a lot of parents can probably relate to happened. The poor little dude got an ear infection. And then no one's sleeping at night, right? Moms and dads know what this is like. So I brought Gabriel in to see Dr. Anderson, and Dr. Anderson got the otoscope out and looked into his ears and saw some redness and said, oh, yep, he's got an ear infection. Gave me some of that awesome pink amoxicillin, you know what I'm talking about. And Gabe got better, cool. But then in a few weeks, guess what came back? He had another ear infection. And this went on and on for another 9 months. My son being on and off rounds of antibiotics to the point where it was basically causing irritable bowel syndrome in this little guy. I won't go into detail, but I knew his digestive tract was not working well. Dr. Anderson referred me to a pediatrician at some point, and I remember this pediatrician just like sighing, like, he's like, I really don't want to put this kid on another round of antibiotics. But he really didn't have a solution for me. Meanwhile, I had been in a car accident and was under the care of a chiropractor. I actually had a herniated disc in my neck, which to this day rarely ever bothers me because I got a really good chiropractic care for like 6 to 9 months afterwards. I'm so thankful for that. Sidebar. So much like me being a chiropractor, my chiropractor was like, hey, how's it going? How are you? And so I told him how I was. My kid keeps getting ear infections and is on all these antibiotics. I'm really worried about him. There's nothing I can do. Well, he said, Tracie, why don't you bring him in and let's take a look at Gabe's neck. And I'm like, why are we looking at my kid's neck? He doesn't have any neck pain. He's like, Tracie, all the nerves that go to Gabe's ears come from his neck. And Gabe was a C-section baby, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, they have to fish in there and pull that baby out with 60 to 80 pounds of pressure on this tiny little infant. And he's like, it may be to the point where Gabe literally can't heal his ears. So this was a huge aha for me because I thought I really understood how health worked. I wore the white coat every day, I drew blood, I did x-rays. I thought I really got it. But in that moment, I knew that I really hadn't got it. And it was this huge, eye-opening experience. So needless to say, I brought my son in to see my chiropractor. Within a few visits, Gabriel never had another ear infection. And Mama went back to school. I was just so inspired by what I saw in my own family and my own child that, yes, I went to school for 7 years. I think that boy was 10 years old when I finally finished, and I am so thankful for that and to be able to help other people in the same way. So that's my story of why I became a chiropractor.